welcome. Welcome to my goddess reflection of Kali. And I'm coming to you live today to embody Kali as well and to deepen into my knowing about Kali, and also to give you a demonstration and an example of how you can come online and present your goddess reflection as well. Now, remembering that this is just my reflection, so please don't feel that you need to copy it or do it exactly the same as what I have done, because this is not what we're doing here. Remember, this is all about you and your journey and you to find your rhythm within this space. So please bring to us your unique journey and your unique reflection with your goddess, and it's going to be a beautiful space because we can actually learn and grow with one another in this space. We don't want carbon copies of what I'm doing. We want uniqueness within each of ourselves and to find that unique space in our heart. And this is really what Kali is about, and the reason why I have chosen her, or probably she's chosen me as well for this course, for this duration of the course. I've never had Kali present like this as I have in any other courses that I've run. So I'm feeling quite the strength and the fierceness of Kali. And Kali is often maybe feared or shied away from, or not wanting to see, or to pretend, or to push away, hide from, because she is really that fierce love. And it's interesting because when I was reading about her earlier, just to sort of re-engage back into her story and her mythology, um, it does state a lot in the readings that yes, she is so fierce and so strong within herself, but she is the most loving, because she doesn't allow any stories of what you bring to her. She doesn't allow any egos or any dramas or illusions to block what she can see within you, because she can always and only see your truest potential, your truest love. The full light of your heart is what she sees, and that's what she has her sole focus on. So all the egos, all the illusions, all the dramas, and all the stories are irrelevant to her, because she just tunes straight into that light of your heart. And she sees you in that light of your heart. And she actually holds you accountable to that light of your heart. And sometimes this can be scary for us because we've allowed our egos and our beliefs and our illusions and our stories to define us and to mold us and to make us who we are in this moment. But the beauty with Kali is that she doesn't see any of that. So when you're working with Kali, it can be quite confronting, because these things that you have defined yourself and created this box for yourself in no longer exist. And when we find ourselves in that space of uncomfort and deceit and disorientation and that space, we actually automatically we want to retract and we want to run away and we want to keep safe in that space because it's kept us safe for so many years. But Kali's the opposite. She's looking straight in and she can see exactly what's going on. And she knows when and when not you are actually being true to your heart space, or when you are actually staying in your stories and staying in your illusions. And I love the way Kali came to life. One of the mythology stories about how Kali came to life is so Durga, and we all know Durga as courage and strength, but really that inner strength, because one of the beautiful stories of Durga is that she was created to slay a demon. I'm not very good with the demon name, so please excuse me. So she was created to slay a demon that didn't want to die at the hands of a woman. And he said that was the only way that he could die, through the hands of a woman. But nobody else could kill him. So Durga was created through the master gods to actually slay this demon who couldn't be slayed by anybody else. And Durga had no idea how she was going to do this, but she had the courage and she had the inner strength to sit within herself, to sit in the stillness within herself in meditation, to find her courage, to find her inner strength. And then it was from that space that she could actually then entice the demon to actually then fall in love with her, because she was very beautiful, Durga, to fall in love with her, to be entranced in her presence, so then she could slay him. And what happened was Durga was fighting these demons, and anyway, she was fighting all these different demons, and there was one demon in particular that she just could not slay. She could not fight and could not kill, no matter what she did. And this particular demon is one of his things that he would do and would keep himself alive, is that every time a drop of his blood would fall on the ground, another one of himself would reappear. So you can imagine Durga trying to kill this person, kill this demon, and every time she would try and kill him or stab him or slay him in some way, the blood that would come on the ground, more of him would appear. So she couldn't slay him. So what did she do? She went in. She went inwards. And then from her third eye, Kali was born. So out of her third eye, as the story goes, Kali was born. So Kali was born in a deep fierceness, a deep, deep strength, but a real power within her, and also on the outside. So when you look at Kali, and I've got a little picture here from the Divine Feminine Oracle cards, when you look at Kali, she almost looks scary, she looks evil. And it's this power and this strength that she has to slay anything, regardless of what's going on. So what Kali did to slay this demon was that, and not in this image, but in some of the images that you see of Kali, she's got her tongue sticking out. And what Kali did to slay this demon was that she cut off his head, but before the blood could drip onto the ground, she licked it up with her tongue. And then she then presented Durga, and as you can see here, she presented Durga with the demon's head. And this is a symbol, this is a beautiful symbol that, because where do our stories, where does our ego, where do all those illusions lie? They lie within our head. They lie within here, within our thinking mind, our analytical mind. They don't lie in our heart. So when we chop off our head like that, chop off, there are our illusions, there are our dramas, there are our stories, our ego. So she presents this to Durga. And that is how Kali is born, in the fierceness, in the strength of who she is, to see through the ego. And I'm just checking my notes here to make sure I've got all of the little things that I wanted to say as well. And it's really important that she sees the truth of who you are, away from those things that you have defined yourself to be. And this is exactly where I'm wanting to go in this course, to see the truth of who you are, rather than the stories or the illusions or the egos that you have defined yourself to be. Because when I look at each of you, I see 8 beautiful women who I see this beautiful heart light within. I don't see the stories, I don't see the illusions, I don't see the ego. I just see your beautiful heart light shining. And this is my wish and my intention for our next 6 months together, that you see your own heart light in its pureness, in its rawness, in its richness, in its uniqueness, exactly as it is. And I want to read out this quote, and this one is from Awakening Shakti. And it says here, Kali as the mirror of our inner state. Kali challenges us by daring us to look her in the face and find the love behind the pain of life. The way we see Kali at any given moment has everything to do with where we are in our own journey. Whether Kali seems terrifying, fascinating, or loving depends on our own state of consciousness and our own level of both emotional and spiritual development. but she always invites us to a radical form of ego transcendence. So your reaction to Kali has nothing to do with Kali, has everything to do with where you are on your journey. And this is what Kali is here to remind us of, to look at where we are on our journey, to look within, to transcend the ego, transcend the stories, and look at ourselves through the truth of who we are. And this is my invitation to you today, to embody Kali and her fierceness and her strength with that deep, deep, unconditional love that nothing has gone wrong. And it never has, and it never will. So let's do a little bit of a meditation with Kali. And we'll just go on a journey with Kali. I have worn my top today, look with the heart, in honor of Kali, looking with the heart. And that's really what I see her as being, that fierceness, to look with our heart away from our stories. And Kali always has a beautiful dance. She has this dance. She's strong, she's powerful, she's confident. And it's that real tribal dance of, boom, boom, boom. And they say one of the mythology, one of the stories is that once she actually slayed this demon, then she started doing the dance of pounding her feet with such energy and loud and power on the earth that made the earth shake. She's not afraid to be seen. She's seen in all of her glory and all of her power, exactly as she is. And that is where the beauty lies. So come on now with me on the journey to meet our Kali. All right, so let's get started. And when you're ready, let's just close down our eyes. Just beginning to find that stillness within, that quiet. And beginning to focus on your breath as we take in 3 deep belly breaths, breathing deep down into your belly and breathing it out with a sigh. You may even like to stick your tongue out as you take that deep breath out. Really beginning to embody Kali. And one more deep breath. Just beginning to feel the strength and the power of that breath. As we begin to bring that same strength and power into our heart space now in this moment. Feeling this power and strength of your heart. Allowing it to take your breath away. Feeling the purpose, the importance, and the direction of your heart. Connecting into this space within. And here in your heart temple, Kali is dancing her dance. She is confident and loud and proud of exactly who she is. So see her here, feel the vibration that each dance move makes within your heart, in your body, and in your whole being. Allowing this vibration to begin to wake your body up, to shake up your ego, your illusions and stories. So dance now with Kali here in your heart temple. Feeling this power within yourself. Kali looks fiercely into your eyes as you dance here together. I'll give you a moment here to experience this dance with Kali, with the power and fierceness as you come alive. And without stopping her dancing, Kali begins to show you somewhere in your life where you are holding back, where you are not being true to yourself and seeing the truth of who you are. For she is the mother of the universe, and with her unconditional love for you, she'll highlight this space in your life for you where you're not being true to yourself. What is she showing you now? What does she want you to see? She doesn't care who's looking. She doesn't care who can see or hear you. She wants you to be you, to be the truth of who you are in every moment, in every area. So put aside the victim, put aside the stories now, and embody Kali. So as a symbol of you slaying this area in your life to see the truth here, you will offer Kali something from this space, just as she offered Durga the head of her demon she slayed. What will you offer Kali here from this area in your life, this illusion. And she takes this from you, and you watch as she puts out her tongue, and with one swoop, it's gone. And you continue dancing here with Kali, feeling lighter and freer. And you notice that you two are making the loud noises on the earth just as Kali is, dancing with just as much fierceness and strength. And you look Kali deeply in the eyes. Thank her for her time here and for giving you this gift here today to see through the illusions, to return to the truth of who you are. You may wish to leave Kali dancing here in your heart temple, and do whatever you need to do now to complete your time here with Kali. I will just hold the space for you to do this now. And when you're ready, returning back into the room in which you sit. Let's take in 3 of those deep breaths, and remembering when we breathe out with our tongue out with a full sigh. Remember to be seen and heard in your true glory of your true nature, Kali reminds us. And take a moment here to ground yourself. And when you're ready, beginning to blink open your eyes. Welcome back. Felt like Kali had embodied me there a little bit. In her fierceness, in her strength, in her power. So where did she take you to in your life that you are holding back? You're not being true to yourself. You're allowing your ego to define what's happening, the illusions. And what did you give her as a sacrifice from this area, from this space? So that is Kali, the mother of the universe, because as we know with all mothers, we have that deep fierceness within ourselves that if ever anyone comes in the harm's way of our children, we have that fierceness, that fight that just comes naturally, but it comes from that deep, unconditional love for you to be your truest potential. I hope you enjoyed watching this. It did go a little bit longer than what I had expected, and I really look forward to listening to your own reflections and hearing which goddess you have chosen to embody what journey you'll be taking with them over the next 6 months. And we'll continue to bring Kali more and more into our time together. So don't be afraid of her, because she is here to see you exactly as you are. And remember, if you are afraid of her, or you do feel resistance to her and even to your own goddess, looking to see what that resistance is, because it's nothing to do with Kali or any other goddess. It really has to do with us, as much as we don't want to know that sometimes. It's the truth. So thank you for listening. Bye, everybody. Mwah. Bye.